I'm going to start with SOT number one, where wrestlers are acknowledging on camera, that they have been told not to cooperate with the police. Let's play SOT number one.
But the most disgusting thing is that people at this school are being encouraged to not cooperate with the police. From what I hear, the police were there investigating the scene shortly after Stu was removed, and there has been multiple requests that have gone downstream from upper management to not talk with the police directly if they are contacted, and to only let a certain group of individuals interact with the police. That is extremely dishonest. You guys let your friend almost die, and now you're trying to have people lie for you. And fuck you to every single person who replied to them, yes, sir. You are all weak sacks of shit, and I hope you rot in hell. You are wasting oxygen that other people could be breathing.
These guys are being told to participate in a cover-up. I get the motivation from the promoters and all that, because they could potentially get sued by Syko Stu. They could potentially get charged criminally if people start saying, no, you requested this. This was part of a script that got out of hand. But these aren't people that's just like, hey, Raja went completely off script and nearly killed a man. Let's make sure the full hammer of justice comes down on him. When I started hearing people were being advised to not cooperate with the police, that is them saying flat out, this was a work. We were involved. We were instructing these guys what to do. And yes, this group of retards blew it and it got out of hand. But now we have to participate in a cover-up. This was a work that is working. I want to play you. I'm hoping I call for the right script. It's AJ Mana. Yeah, I want to play SOT number 3. This is the right one. AJ Mana talking about the beer can incident. For those of you that didn't see the very beginning of this, or are unaware of the story, this started 2 hours before Raja entered the ring and beat the guy up. There was a smashed beer can or something on Raja's head. It didn't seem to have any effect on him. Now they're saying it did. It was, he. Anyway, let's listen to AJ Mana talk about the beer can and guys drinking before the show.
What I'm going to do with a beer can, excuse me for a second. It's time to play fucking attorney real quick. What I'm going to do with a fucking prop, if I want to make a beer can a prop that's not going to hurt or cause a mess or lacerations or anything, I'm going to empty the fucking liquid out. Look at the video. The shit exploded over the temple of Raja's head. You know why? Because they didn't empty it out. And it didn't flat out like that. You know why? It was a fresh beer. Hello. What is alcohol doing in the locker room? Why are we getting intoxicated before the show? Every show for 6 years. And tell me if I'm lying, motherfucker. Because I did it with you. Yeah, that part. You want to bury me? You're all coming down with me. I'm that mother.
This thing is spinning out of control, and it's a group of idiots, and everybody's running to live streams in front of cameras and talking and boxing themselves in and pointing fingers. This is a work that is working. This thing is spinning racial very, very quickly, as everything does. Everything goes racial. And again, this is why I think this is intentional. This maybe Syko Stu wasn't supposed to get as injured or as harmed, or maybe he was. I don't know. But I know the result that they wanted. They wanted another racial incident, and they wanted more people choosing sides along racial lines. Everything in our system is about promoting racial conflict and racial division. They want us at each other's throats. I'm not making excuses for Raja Jackson. I'm not trying to make excuses for Black people. I'm trying to beg us to think this through and to ask ourselves, who's benefiting from these issues? Who's driving these issues? And as I told you all yesterday about the social media matrix, the YouTube matrix, the Google matrix, the corporate television matrix, Twitter's matrix, everything is about how can we pit Black versus white? How can we get something that justifies someone like a Nick Fuentes going on air and putting out content that exacerbates the racial divide? I'm about to play you this clip from Nick Fuentes, and I don't want people to think I'm beating up on Nick Fuentes. I get the reaction. I completely get the reaction. If you were being fed these videos constantly, and we are being fed these videos, and we are being fed these events, and we keep looking at people, and I'll show you a couple of clips of people trying to justify Roger Jackson's actions. But they're getting the results that they want. And so let's play side number 5. Here's Nick Fuentes talking about the Raja Jackson assault on Syko Stu. Play the clip.
I saw the clip, and I guess it doesn't even really matter so much whether it's real or fake. What sticks out in my mind is that he's on top of a defenseless, unconscious person, striking him repeatedly. And whether this exact instance is professional wrestling and it's scripted or whether it's real, however real it is, this is a scene that we have seen play out, I feel like, all the time. And what I'm talking about in particular is not just the propensity of young Black men for violence, which we see all the time, and we're well acquainted with that. And you see it in Chicago and in New York, and the clips go viral all the time now on Twitter and TikTok. I'm talking in particular about the brutality, because I feel like there's an extra layer there that a lot of people don't acknowledge. It's not just that it's always young Black men that we see on the subway wielding a knife, or in Chicago carjacking a couple or something. It's not just that it's always the usual suspects committing the violent crimes, the property crimes, menacing the public, taking over the streets in these teen takeovers. It's the level of brutality. It is actually a matter of degree. And the scene that I'm talking about is we don't just see Black violence. We see clips of brawls and battles at gas stations, in subways, in cities where Black people are doing two things in particular all the time. One is they gang up on their victims. Whenever you see a brawl with Black people, it's never one white guy versus one Black guy. If a white guy's fighting a Black guy, he's fighting a whole crowd of Black people.
Obviously, I'm a critic and have some criticism of Nick Fuentes. I can't criticize that take. It's justified. We've been inundated with these videos, and if all it takes is one video of George Floyd resisting arrest for 20 minutes and Derek Chauvin putting a knee on his neck, if all we have is 1 or 10 videos like that over the course of 10 years to justify a mindset of, oh boy, the police are just out here randomly killing black people. And we lived in that universe and in that world from 2014, I believe, is when Trayvon Martin happened, or maybe it was 2012. But we lived in this universe for a decade where all it took was 2 or 3 incidents a year that showed police responding aggressively to someone who's aggressively resisting arrest. If all we needed was 2 or 3 videos a year, or 4 or 5, to justify the belief that, oh, we got to start a Black Lives Matter movement and the police are just out here randomly killing black men. Every day, there seems to be a new or a resurfaced video of young black men and young black women being violent towards black people and or white people. If we see those videos nearly every single day, are we shocked that people would reach the conclusion that Nick Fuentes is pointing to? I don't think we can be shocked. We have to address that. We have to, and more than that, we have to address the reaction to these videos and to these stories, where the reaction is always from a lot of black people in the media and over social media to defend the aggressors, to justify the aggressors. If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.